Hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia Bhatnagar and I'm with you with the area of AFM. Okay, I hope I'm audible clearly. Hello everyone. Apologies. Everybody, audible clearly? Done. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, while citing, I think I had a little problem, so I solved it up. So thank you so much for the patience. Now, let's begin with the topic. What am I going to do today? Today, I'm not going to give you something really heavy to study there. What I'll be doing honestly today is to let you know what are you going to study, right? In terms of accounting and financial management for bankers, this subject is very long in terms of the syllabus now. It will take at least 50, 60 classes or even more than that sometimes, depending upon how easily you are grabbing or how deep we are going in terms of the subject and what kind of questions we are looking forward to. Due to the variety and the kind of tuning that I have with every single batch when it comes to studies, that determines the speed of the batch. है ना? So overall, you will be doing a lot of things with me in terms of the MCQs, the concepts, numericals, theory, everything in terms of all the four modules. So what am I going to do today is to let you know what is the subject, so that anybody who has no clue about this subject at all, they are at least well versed with the subject, right? Because knowing the subject is very important. Because if you want to swim, you need to know which part of the swimming pool is deeper and which part is for the beginners, right? So keeping all that thing in consideration, I'm starting with the session. And before I start with my session, everybody who has joined through YouTube, I request you all, please share this particular session among your peers, and please like the session as well. I believe many of you would have been following me in terms of the series that is going on the YouTube as well. So please go ahead and join it up, and let's talk about it. Okay, now let's talk about it. What are going to we be doing? In terms of AFM, the examination is in May 2024. Today we'll be talking about the orientation of it. In terms of orientation, let me tell you about the syllabus there. In terms of the syllabus, we have overall four different modules. Four different modules. In terms of the entire syllabus, it's around 600, more than 600 pages worth the book, right? In terms of the content. Um, so, what are we going to do today? We'll be understanding the overall modules. So, there are overall 35 chapters in this particular book, right? And if we talk about the number of pages of this book, is around 633 pages, including the content and everything. So you can say at least more than 620 pages relates to the book itself, excluding the bibliography contents and everything else. So good number of pages are there specifically in this book. Now the second point is, each and every module has certain theoretical portions, certain practical portions. Now when we talk about this particular module ABCD, module D was the new thing that they introduced in this particular session itself. They introduced it in 2023. Matlab, the new pattern is just 1 year old. Rest, the module A, module B, and module C, these were there earlier as well, but there has been something which is like shifting of the chapters here and there. Module A is the beginners level. Accounting principles and processes, this is what we'll be dealing with first. This is the accounting ABC. We'll be understanding accountancy, bookkeeping, costing, and everything which is connected in terms of the entire accounts in terms of module A. When I'll move to module B, that is basically the base. Why? Because this particular thing will make you financially literate. Now, how do we define financial literacy, everyone? In terms of financial literacy, we can say you will be able to understand the financial statements. Through this, you will be able to understand the banking companies and how does a normal company work, and how what is the particular format of their companies. And we'll be talking about CBS as well, core banking solutions, and our core banking systems which are working in the banks there. So we'll be talking about this in module B. Followed by module C, there are certain chapters of module C which are super duper important. So I'll be telling you about the list of the important chapters in this class itself. So everybody who will be there with me throughout the journey, and everybody who is actually thinking, ki, what is the subject, ma'am? I don't even know the subject. This is the perfect class. Be it someone who is planning to join or who has joined. It is important for everybody. So I'll be telling you in this particular video itself, I'll be covering up the most important chapters, which chapters you should not skip at all, which chapters are something which has lesser weightage than others. This will give you the clarity ki this part I cannot skip. So preferably what you can do is make sure that you are there in the classes whenever those important chapters are going on. You don't skip that part, right? So this is the entire module A, B, C, and module D is related to the taxation. Matlab, if you have seen your income tax returns, everything is related to this area in terms of the working. That is taxation and fundamental of costing. This is the module D overall. Okay, as per this, let's move on and talk about module A first. In terms of module A, what do we cover? The overall number of chapters is around 11, and the first chapter, definition, scope, and accounting standards, including AS. One of the most important chapters. Reason it is never skipped in the examination. It is normally covered in terms of volume of questions. In terms of weightage of questions, it can be half mark, 1 mark, 2 mark. It depends upon the question. But normally, the number of questions are more. Basic accountancy procedures is also never skipped in the examination. So these two chapters are the not only important from the point of view of examination, but also from the point of view of accounts as well. These two chapters will make your base, and then you will be able to understand accounting in a better way. Then, after this, one of the most important areas would be depreciation. Always numerical case studies are asked from this particular chapter, as I have highlighted. Rest of the chapters are more or less theory chapters. Maintenance of cash, subsidy books, and ledgers. Theoretical portion of the practical part is asked in this. Matlab, they convert the practicality into a theory question. So you need to understand the topic in order to solve the questions. Another numerical based chapter is bank reconciliation statement scoring. Yet there would be questions from it, as they do not skip any part of it, but the number of questions asked from this area is not very significant. Trial balance normally asked in the examination every time. Trial balance and rectification is something which they just don't miss at all. So one particular question would definitely come from minimum one. This is actually one chapter. So, but these are two different topics. So these, if you understand the topic of, there is a topic called journal. Don't skip this part. Whenever we are dealing this topic of journal now, please be there in the live class. And whatever homework you are getting for this particular topic, please do the same as well. Because you cannot skip journal at all. It is a very important chapter. This determines the base, because journal, ledger, as well as trial balance. This is the ultimate reality of the accounts. If you understand these three topics only, then you'll be able to understand the remaining chapters. Otherwise, many chapters would be like you don't even understand what those chapters are. That is something that can happen with you. Depreciation, always asked in terms of the case study. Numerical questions are frequently asked, and theory questions are somewhat based upon the practical part only. So this chapter you have to do, even if you're someone who's a theory person. I would still say do not skip this chapter. It is something which they never skip upon. So you should be sure that whatever pain you are taking, then you are taking that pain in such a way कि I need to do the questions of this particular topic in the examination clearly. है ना? Okay. Then capital and revenue expenditure, one marker question expected in the examination. Not a very deep concept, but a very good concept. Bills of exchange, normally asked in the examination in theoretical. A few practical questions, but most of the time it's a theoretical part. Then operational aspects of accounting and back office functions. Okay, sorts chapters. Matlab the chapters can be asked in the examination. Uh, the last two chapters, back office as well as bank audit. These are all pure theory. But bank audit and inspection is comparatively more important than the other chapters. Module A plays with volume, except 3 4 chapters which are something which has a little more weightage than others. The module A plays with volume. A few more chapters have more number of questions, other than in terms of weightage na, they have more number of questions, making these particular chapters very important as they lay down the foundation of the accounting portion as well. So module A, 20 to 25 marks expected in the examination minimum. It can be near about 23 marks as well. They can reduce 2 marks from here and they can put it in the next modules as well. They also do this. There is no significance key. The entire modules are divided into 25 each marks. There is nothing of that sort. They can actually play with that number. Okay, so this is the reality. Now, talking about this area, okay, sir, I should hide my pick. Acha, in terms of the previous portion, you couldn't see the matter, sir. This was the point: definition and scope and accounting standards. And the next part that we did was this module A. Module A has got 11 chapters or 11 units. Out of 11, 4 are very important. Rest are okay sorts. I would say they are important, but not really. Sorry, sir, I was actually working on the other screen as well, so I missed out on your comment. Everybody got the idea of the entire module A? What you can do is with the class itself, I'll add up the PDF of it as well now. Save it up for your ultimate preparation time now. When you'll be revising or doing anything else, just save this particular part for yourself so that you will be able to understand that this particular part of the subject is very, very important. This is a part which I cannot skip even in the final preparation, because I strongly believe we do not prepare every single day. You are preparing for the last day. Matlab, what are you going to do on the last day? Are you going to repeat all the classes, 60 plus classes there? Is it practically possible along with your offices as well as other exams going on in 1 week? Will you be able to do this? This time the PPB exam and my exam was together. So think about it, PPB and AFM back to back. So practically, is it possible to do it that way? No. On the last day, you must be doing the most important chapters in a proper manner. कि ठीक है, I have revised the most important chapters. Remaining chapters I am going to do beforehand. So that the most important chapters are such chapters which I've reviewed so many times. I've prepared my quick notes so that on the last day I just have to give a quick glance and I am ready for the exam. That kind of ideology is required. You don't prepare every single day. You prepare for that last day, whether you can open your notebook on the last day or not. Because the exam preparation is not done in the end. It is something which is done way before the examination. This ideology is something which you need to build upon, because now the examination is getting tougher. They are not making it easy. So we should not be someone who is delaying the preparation. कि ठीक है ना, अभी तो I'm very busy. The audits are coming up. The things are going on in the office. I need some time. That particular thing should come to an end, right? Acha. Now comes the module B. As I told you, that module A lays down the foundation. Balance sheet equation is something which you'll be able to understand if you would have done journal. Then these 3 chapters are super important. वैसे other than this particular chapter and this chapter is also very important as well. Acha. Uh, Visible now, sir? Visible, everyone? Now, look at this. Balance sheet equation is something which I connect with module number A. So, module A is super important to understand the first chapter of this module B. It has got around 6 7 chapters only. Out of these 6 7 chapters, company accounts 1 and 2 is a very lengthy topic. Preparation of final accounts is also a lengthy topic. And again, it is not only lengthy but important as well. Final accounts of banking companies is very important again. They normally put at least 1 to 2 questions from this area. And this is not only important for your exam, but this is for your practical life. The organizations which you are working in, if you cannot understand the financial statements of it, then what's the fun of doing accountancy? Because accountancy should make you um, independent enough that you can study all these topics on your own as well. Now, you look at the balance sheet of your bank and say, "Ki, nahi, nahi, my bank is financially strengthened enough, or my bank is having a problem there." So, all those things you will be able to understand if you do this particular chapter in a proper way. Okay? So this is an important chapter. And the cool part, core banking systems and accounting computerized systems. This is easy. Number one. Number two, you don't really have to work hard for this chapter at all. Reason, this particular chapter is practically what you already know about in terms of your bank softwares that work there, everything that is happening there. So these few chapters are somewhat which are not different, right? This is not something which is out of the league for you. Now, this is all module B. As you can see, the module B is smaller than module A. Module C is a specific module which is very important, as more questions are asked from this specific module than the other modules. Reason, this has got very important chapters which in the previous pattern used to be in module A, and the module A was very very important for the examination. So now this particular module becomes very important for you. So I'll mark those most important chapters. Financial management and overview. Max one question can come. The content of this topic is very simple and somewhat I believe that not a really very difficult chapter at all. So more questions are asked from this area. Definitely a case study is asked. In the examination, they always put a case study, numerical question, whatever they are putting. At least 2 to 3 questions, 3 to 4 questions are always asked from this topic of ratio analysis. Don't leave this part at all during this period whenever we'll be having our classes. In terms of module C, make sure you are there and you are not skipping even a single class when it comes to this area, because in ratio analysis only we have more than 25 formulas. How will you remember those formulas if you are not relating it and not able to deal with it in the live class itself? ठीक है ना? Then is financial mathematics, calculation of interest and annuities. Normally asked in the examination from numerical point of view. You have compound interest and simple interest in this. So important and from the numerical aspect. YTM also the same, yield to maturity. This topic is called yield. Okay, I think I would have been visible there now. Right. Now, in terms of YTM, what do we say? This is yield to maturity. Now, I believe if I tell you now, starting from ratios till forex, all these topics are normally covered in the numerical area. The theoretical questions are such painstaking questions that they match only the numerical. That if you haven't done the numerical part, then you cannot do the theory part of these questions as well. And plus point, if you do the forex part, it will be helpful not only in terms of your JIB but also in CIIB. In CIIB, we'll be going through many of these topics, including forex. You'll be dealing with it in BFM as well as in ABFM. There would be a part of all these things. So you should be open to certain chapters like for arithmetic, forex arithmetic, as well as ratio analysis, because ratios is asked in your bank promotion examination as well. I think last year when I was dealing with PNB, na, in terms of PNB bank promotion examinations, they had covered a lot of questions from ratios. At least two to three questions are covered, and it's a significant number when it comes to accounting area, right? Another very, very important topic is capital investment decisions and term loans. This topic, capital structure, these two are again very important. If you deal with these topics properly, now you are prepared towards the area of financial literacy. Now you understand most of the hardcore finance terms which is required in your job profile. Many of the terms are covered in this area, and then you get the idea of the kind of questions that can be asked in the examination. Then derivatives is again a very important area, normally asked in the examination for good number of marks, and specifically theory. Its theory is already very difficult to understand. So thankfully they haven't covered the area of derivatives in terms of numerical portion. Okay. Then comes derivative, uh, important for ABFM as well as BFM when it comes to your CIIB as well. Matlab you study today and it will be helpful for you tomorrow as well in the upcoming or future examinations. Then working capital management and equipment leasing or lease financing. Lease financing, normally what they can do is in terms of lease, they can put two to three questions max from this particular topic, and lease can cover more or less concept based questions in the examination as well. So this is what I'm telling you, that there are certain chapters, the chapters which are colored are comparatively more important than the other chapters because their weightage in the examination is normally more. So what you can do is once we are done with the class now, then download this particular session, download the particular PDF of this class, so that what you can do is you have the entire series that is being covered there. The entire series is available to you. ठीक है, this particular chapter is more important. Keep this particular index as a printout, and whenever you are done with the specific chapter, tick on it and then move towards the next chapter. In this case, what will happen? You will remember which chapters are comparatively more important than the others and which particular topics are still left, right? Because I would never say कि just look at my videos and go for the examination. It is just a misguiding point. You cannot do the paper until or unless you try the questions on your own. If you are not doing the questions, then there is nothing that I can do for you. I cannot think for you, I cannot give the exam for you. For that purpose you will have to learn all these things, only then you will be able to give the examination. Okay, so keep that ideology in mind that you have to start preparing from the first day itself, thinking about you have your exam the very next day. Then everyone, in terms of, there is one more good feature in the organization, that is in terms of chapters, you have got unit wise testing. This is unit wise testing. You can actually give the particular test of only one specific unit. Okay, so we have module A done, module B done, module C, as you can see, is very lengthy. वैसे module A takes more time just because none of you is acquainted with accountancy, so people face a lot of problem in understanding the basics. By the time we reach this area, most of the bankers become totally immune to the new words and being scared of finance because you are done with so many basics by that particular time. So that is what I can say. By the time you reach module C, you'll be more relaxed. Acha, now the most important thing, the new module, that is financial management. This module is beneficial for you. Reason why is this module so beneficial? Number one is it has got taxation. There were questions asked from the book itself. They are not asking questions from outside the book. If they would have started, I think taxation would have been something which would have been very, very difficult. So, technically, when we talk about the area of income tax, TDS, deferred tax, and GST, we'll be dealing with both direct and indirect tax in this area. So I would want, whenever we are dealing with this topic now, go and open the income tax website. Even I'll show it to you. You can understand what exactly tax saving is. You can see which particular return form you must fill when you are filing your own return. What is the place where you can find all the details regarding the tax saving portion of the examination, and how do we deal with it. So I'll be explaining it to you from the practical point of view itself, not the theoretical point. Then, see, this is where they change the entire scenario. You will be covering module D, both the taxes, GST as well as income tax. GST Act 2017, and when we talk about Income Tax Act, income tax is 1961. So this is live class. Every day at 7 p.m. I'll be meeting you for the live class. The recordings of the classes are normally available after the completion of the class. So whenever you will feel that if you're not able to attend the live, then you can watch the recording portion. That feature is also available. After the completion of the class, within a little time, you can see the recording of the same as well. Okay. Now, an overview of cost and management accounting. This is something which was asked in the previous examination a lot. Costing methods were also asked in the examination, specifically an area of contract costing. They had covered it in the examination, along with a very important topic, that is standard costing. They had asked questions from this area. And marginal costing, okay, there were questions but not very significant number, but there were more questions from the budget and budgetary control as well. So there are certain chapters which are comparatively more important than the other chapters. What is it that you need to do? You just need to keep your mind open towards learning so that you will not have a problem. Now, let me ask you some FAQs. Ma'am, I am from engineering background. I've never seen accounts before. Will I be able to understand? Yes, you will be. Reason? Uh, the book covers everything. It doesn't cover directly the advanced portion. They have given a good number of detailed portions for the various accounting concepts. I'll be following the book itself. In case there is something additional I can add, I will. Otherwise, I normally and strictly follow the book itself. Then, second point. Ma'am, is watching videos enough? To be very honest, no. Till the time after the completion of the video, you are not putting an effort to read the PDF. If you are not putting an effort to do the MCQs, the particular classes are not at all useful. Your practice is the first thing that saves you in the examination. So that's the next part. What are the features that you will find in this particular area? Once we start with the class, everyone, you will get PDF of the particular class, whatever I'm dealing with. For example, with this particular class itself, you will be having a PDF. If I'm giving you something during the class, it is handouts. Handouts are something downloadable, which I'm sharing with you so that you can keep it a printout of it, and then you can save it and utilize it in terms of the practice and all. PDF is given with the class itself. Whatever PPT I'm teaching, that entire would be covered here. Then the next point is unit testing. With every single class, mine practice questions are different. I'll be giving you a good number of questions for practice, but along with that, you will also have to go through the unit testing as well. Chapter wise or unit wise, you will have to go ahead and give some tests. What will happen in this case? You will be able to have more confidence and would be understanding the type of questions asked in the examination, right? So these three things are available for you, plus the live classes are there. And in case you face any problem during the classes, what you can do is you can mail me regarding your doubts, regarding any queries, and the email ID is niharika.valia @adda247.com. ठीक है, so this is the email ID in case you will be having any problems during the classes, or you would like to go ahead with the specific classes and you are having any doubts. And you can do, what you can do is you can send the doubt on the mail itself, and the problem, if any, regarding the particular class would be there. I'll discuss that part in the regular live class. Regarding any updates of the classes, whatever is happening, please join the specific batch as well. This is my Telegram channel. Just join the Telegram channel, so in case the class starts before time, if there's any time change, if there is a class or there is no class, whatever the scenario is, whatever the most important topics are, the individual classes as well, whatever is going on YouTube, every update is shared in this Telegram channel. So please go ahead and enroll yourself in the Telegram channel as well, so that you are connected to me directly. Then everyone, Mohan sir, you have just joined. Everybody else, so we are starting in Jan, I believe. By the time we'll be reaching March, because at least 60, minimum 60 are there. I'm not talking about the maximum there. I'm talking about minimum 60 classes are there. Considering 60 classes, not 60 days, because if I specify 60 days, you have Sundays or for yourself as well, na? Sometimes we give off on Sundays, we work from Monday to Saturday. If in any case I would like to go ahead with the extra classes, then we go on Sundays as well. So it will always vary. So minimum 60 classes or minimum 60 hours are required. Okay, so this is the entire modules there. And is there any other doubt that you would like to ask everyone? Acha, let me just put up. This is a poll, everyone. Whenever you have any doubts, you can write yes on it, and you can give your doubt in the comment section. So, in case you have any doubt, fill up the poll, everyone. You'll be receiving a poll. You have around 20 seconds in which you will have to fill up the poll. Just done. The poll is done, everyone. I hope everybody, you would have seen the responses there. You would have filled it up already. Done. If you look at it, everybody has answered. There is no doubt. So we can have this kind of interactive way of learning as well. Whenever you will be having any doubt, you can give me the specific doubt, and we'll work upon that particular doubt accordingly. ठीक है? चलिए. So that's it for the day, everyone. This is where I would like to end my session. But before I end my session, let me take you towards our website as well. Yeah, this is our orientation session, everyone. हाँ जी सर, it was just for the update. और Sir, you don't need to buy the books separately. It is your call. I will never say don't buy it. But overall, whatever topics we are covering, the ebooks are also available in the course itself. So that means in the course you get the class itself. The PPT will be the entire IIBF book, MCQ questions all covered, previous year questions all covered. Then, in terms of the content, the ebook separately contains all these things other than our regular class. So technically, you will get everything. If you want to buy the book, it is something I would say it is a complimentary thing. If you go through it. So then there is no problem. If you feel that buying the book will make you more relatable towards our content, then go ahead. This is what I can tell you because I follow the book only. There is nothing else that is required because IIBF takes the questions from this area only. Rajan, so this is just an orientation class. The content based class will be starting from tomorrow. I just wanted to interact with all of you just to have a word what exactly our syllabus is, and I can let you know how do I work so that from tomorrow onwards we'll be having a better tuning overall, right? Acha. Now let's go on to our website. This is our website www.adda247.com. Go on to this area of JIB and CIB. You are preparing for May 2024. You can take up the complete JIB back. You can take up JIB Mahapack. Under Mahapack, you get everything. 600 hours of live classes, test series, 207 ebooks. Ebooks has different chapters in it, है ना? Written in terms of the numerical practice and everything. 882 recorded videos. The previous batches which have already ended are available to you. The current batches you can join. The future batches are also opened up. That means you pay it once until the time the validity is there. If you're taking for 6 months, you're taking for 12 months, whatever you are taking up, once you have taken it up, you don't have to pay again. Everything related to the JIIB is already opened the moment you take it up. The Mahapack is currently available at 8923.95. So you can take up this particular pack. Okay. Then the next point is, if you this is bilingual as well, bilingual English medium both included. That means everything is there. Whatever we are putting in terms of JIBina, every single thing of our content making is opened up for you in terms of JIB. If you take up JIB, CIB, Mahapack, both are there. What have we started with? We have started with our resolution batch, everyone. So you can also take up only the English medium part only. There you will have the classes, test series, and ebooks. What you need to do is click on the area of buy now, use the code Y541 and apply it. The study plans are already uploaded for you. You can use the code Y541 and get it for 4913.79 for 6 months. You have your examination. So in terms of May, so we will try to finish up as early as possible so that you get enough time for your preparation. And thirdly, I think I've given you the particular information of both the Mahapack and the particular subject rated. Now, the next point is regarding the study material. As such, our study material is exclusively from the book itself. It is not made from anything outside, other than the portion which is relevant for the examination, at the same time, which is taken from the book itself and is paraphrased, or the numerical questions which have been asked in the previous examinations. So all those things are something which have we have added in our courses there. Otherwise, the entire IIBI book is completely covered. Rest, it is your call. If you feel that making buying the book as well will make it more independent for you, then go ahead and buy the book. Otherwise, PDF, PPT, content, test series, everything is available on the portal and in the course, so you can check it out whenever you feel comfortable that the content that you are dealing with, is it understandable or you want to go in more depth. So that part I'm leaving on you. If you feel comfortable with the book, then please go ahead and buy the book as well, right? So, okay, now this is the end of our session for today. uh, after the completion of the class, you will be receiving a feedback form. Whatever you feel regarding the class, please go ahead. 1 star is the lowest and 5 star is the highest. And along with that, you can also specify in the comment section if there's anything positive or negative that you felt regarding the class. So please go ahead and fill up the feedback form after the completion of the class, everyone. Thank you so much for being there. Tomorrow we'll be meeting and starting from the area of accounting. Right? We'll be starting with the basic definition of accounting. So thank you so much for being there and have a nice day, everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.